What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Cinotober. If you hear that right, yes, I have a horde of zombies trying to get into Macu. You can obviously hear them. My gosh, that sounds like a lot of zombies. Now, I've been sitting in my room panicking ever since I woke up. What do I kill these things with? I mean, do I use this? I mean, do I use my keys? You know, like nunchucks and scratching their face? Or do I stab them in the face with a pencil? At least give them lead poisoning where they will eventually probably slowly not die. Or, I've been thinking about this bad boy. Do I use my Gillette razor? You know, as I'm slashing their faces, you know, at least if they get me and they start eating me, at least I know they have a good shaven face, and their scraggly old rotting faces will at least feel smooth and not hairy. Yeah, guys, welcome back to another episode of Cinotober. This is my review for VHS Viral, and I hope that you enjoyed that, because I know I certainly am. Yeah, so I've heard a lot of things about VHS Viral just from a bunch of other people, or not from a bunch of other people, but a few different sources. Chris Stuckman said that it was a disappointment compared to the other two. My friend Mitchell in my acting class says that he loved it. And I've just heard mixed reviews about this. I really have. And after watching this, I'm going to say it's not my favorite of the VHS series. That's still number one. Number one, I think, is it's a tie between number one and number two. Well, obviously, since I don't care for VHS Viral that much. But, like, I don't know, like, VHS 1, I liked the tapes, and to me, VHS 1 and VHS 2 made sense, whereas VHS 3, I just don't really understand the story, I guess. But, okay. And this is going to contain spoilers, so if you do not want to know what happens in this movie, please click off the video. I will give you a couple seconds to leave, or if you've already come back, well then let's dive right on into it. So, VHS Viral kind of starts like almost every other VHS film does, except this one doesn't really have anything to do with these videos making people crazy. This one, well no, actually it kind of does. This one really goes along with the whole viral thing, and this one is all being filmed on video camera, and the tapes just come out of nowhere, but they're not tapes, they're just videos. And there were a lot of times when these videos are coming out that I couldn't tell. I was like, okay, so is this a new videotape or is this part of the story? And like, there would be times I'd be taking notes and I'd be like, okay, tape 3. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's a real life event. Never mind. But yeah, so the plot of VHS 3 is about this guy, Kevin, and his girlfriend, Iris, who are talking about their life that they're going to have together, and it shows like him filming her and her love being filmed at times, and other times not really. So like throughout the whole entire movie, it would talk about like how she loved being on camera, how she loved him, and how they were going to make new memories together. And then they do this, like, here's like the main focus of the story, whereas the first one was about finding these videotapes and the old dead guy that would eventually move after every single videotape. This one has to do with a chase. It's this ice cream truck that goes around in circles, but it does it on purpose. And then Iris gets this thing on her phone that makes her nose bleed, and she just starts going crazy. Or, like, she just randomly disappears and the ice cream truck hits someone and then Iris is gone. And so now it gives Kev his motivation to, okay, well, I'm going to go out and find her. And yes, I'm holding my razor in my hand. To go out and find her and to find out what is going on. And this is what sets in the motion for the tapes. And two tape ideas. There were two tapes that I actually found interesting. The first one is about this magician who was not that good of a successful magician, but then he finds this cape that Houdini had, but he was even afraid of. He found it online and he buys it, and he finds out that it is some kind of evil thing. And in my notes I typed, this makes me think of a symbiote. And because of that is because it would basically... It didn't need him to survive, but it needed... Actually, no, it did need him to survive because the thing has to be fed if the thing isn't fed, it's not going to do what the magician wants him to do. And so like he finds out that the cape wants blood, it wants flesh, it wants human flesh. And so then it sets into like the main purpose of like his last assistant finds all his videotapes about all of his other past assistants that he killed, and it kind of turned into an action flick a little bit because of there are a couple of fighting climaxes in this one, which they were actually really cool. But yeah, that one wasn't too bad. If they had honestly worked on the transition a little bit better, I would have liked it a little bit more, because there were a lot of times I couldn't tell if it was a videotape or if it was transitioning, if it was just showing more events into real life. And that's what the film does throughout the movie. It'll show the videotape, show things from real life, and then catch us up with the main character and other people who are involved. And then it'll go on to the next tape, which I want to say there's at least 3 or 4 tapes, which is actually kind of diminishing from the other one. There's the first tape, and there's the third. Okay, there's 3 tapes. There's 3 minor viral videos. The next one is about a guy who builds an dimensional transporter, and it's all in Spanish, which I thought was kind of weird. But anyways, he builds a dimensional transporter, and it's his other self. And so they decide, okay, well, let's switch universes for 15 minutes. And as the other one goes into his universe, and the normal one goes into his universe, and they find out that they're very different, and it is really, really freaky. Like, he finds out that the other one's wife is some kind of demon thing that has a xenomorph for a vagina, and then you find out that the men have xenomorph penises. I don't know, it's really, really weird, and I was just like, what the heck am I watching? I don't really know. But then, like I said, afterwards, it'll flash to an event that I think is a tape, but then it's just showing things in real life. And I mean, I didn't mind that, but if they had honestly just done a little bit better showing us the differences, like showing, okay, this is a tape or this is another video, instead of like, oh, well, you don't know what's really which. And I mean, it's not that I don't like being kept in the dark, because when it comes to movies, I like to find out stuff, but I also kind of like to know what's going on, and I just couldn't tell what was going on half the time. And then we get to the other tape that was confusing, but it made me think of the video game Left 4 Dead, and it's about these random douchebag skateboarders who were like, they go to Tijuana, and then all of a sudden some crazy crap goes down. Like, it's on a head cam, and it's like they're killing all these occult people, and it's like, dude, I'm bleeding, dude, just keep fighting, man. Use your skateboard. Oh, here's a machete thing. It's actually a pencil. Go cut them in the head, stab them in the eyes. Oh, they got skeletons for heads. Oh, hit them with the skateboard again. Oh, their bodies disappeared. It was really weird, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know how I feel about this. And my friend Mitchell said that he liked the way that it ties all the videos together. I don't see how it does. There's one instance where it shows a clip from the other first movie, and like the whole entire thing, like Kev's on somebody's like, baby, where are you? Iris, talk to me, speak to me. And then like it'll show like the video be freaking out, and like from time to time you'll see the face of the succubus girl from the first tape of the first movie. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what that has to do with the movie. But eventually he finds the ice cream truck, and I did like this. When he finds the ice cream truck, it plays the song. You know, it's basically another hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. And So he finds the van that he thinks has her in it, but then he notices it's just a video recording of her telling her to upload a video. And he talks about how, baby, all these weird videos are going on. She's like, upload the video. Okay, I just can't do it. She'll start whacking her head against the wall really hard, like this, like this, like this. And then he eventually does it. And like he starts freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? And then he goes outside and he finds out that his girlfriend, her cell phone is in her mouth. It made me think of a murder scene from See No Evil. And then he looks at the phone and then it does like the video image and then he has a bloody nose and then the movie's over. And I was like, what? And like, I pondered. I was like, what did I just watch? Because I was really wanting to give this one benefit of the doubt, and this was me honestly going in, you know, thinking, well, let's see what it's like. I ignored the comments from like a lot of other people, and I watched it, and I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. They played well with the viral thing, and that I understand. You know, everything was like on view of the camera and everything instead of it being actual tapes, and they stuck to the theme well. The acting was fine. The characters, some of the characters irritated me. The tapes weren't as... Let me rephrase this. The tapes were not as shocking as the other ones. Like, the only one that was kind of shocking to me was the magician one. And I was like, okay. That was... Next tape was like, what? Are you guys demons or something? And then the next one, I was like, you demon alien things or something? And I don't know, I just feel like the tapes were what kind of cost this movie. They had a couple good ideas, but I'm gonna have to give VHS Viral a C-. C- because I liked one of the tapes. I liked one of the tapes because of the magician. But, you know, the acting's fine, just the story and the ending doesn't really make sense to me. And I don't see how it ties all the movies all together. But other than that, if you've watched the other two, watch it just to see what you can get out of it. And put in the comments below what you got out of it, because I certainly don't know what I got out of it. I mean, I got a movie, but... But yeah, guys... I'm gonna give VHS Viral a C- for that one video, and the acting was okay. The acting was fine, and the concept, they stuck to the theme really well, and it's not too bad, but it's not the best. But yeah, guys, this has been another episode of Cinotober, and now I'm gonna go shave some zombies' faces. Have a good day, guys. Oh boy, this is gonna be difficult.